All right. Rolling. It's just two guys who wrote the Packers off weeks and weeks ago, doing a podcast, eating crow, all that. Yes. That Freeman would be the one? I know. You're relevant, right?
I think so.
You're Bart Winkler. All right, this is a podcast. It is the Wicks and Winks edition.
Yeah.
Of Wicked on Wisconsin and the Bart Winkler podcast.
Take charge here. I was fumbling into that.
Okay. Let me have a White Claw while we hammer this, all right?
Oh, God.
It's just a couple of guys hanging out that wrote the Packers off far along ago that nobody cares about in Milwaukee sports media anymore. I mean, I'm a nobody. I'm a has-been. I don't know what you are. You're doing this podcast thing, and all I know is I just see you hammered at soccer games or watching World Cup matches, calling me out on Twitter and dropping F-bombs and doing impressions of me when I'm drunk.
Well, yeah, you're crapping on soccer. I don't want to talk about that. That's going to get me too riled up. Yeah, I don't think I'm totally has-been yet, but I'm like, when Thanos snaps you away, I'm definitely disintegrating into the...
You're the dust?
Yeah, I'm getting dusted.
Well, it's tough. Wait a minute. Now, hang on. Back up. I do a rock morning show in Des Moines. You are doing CBS Sports Radio.
How about that?
Big time national. You're like a wannabe Bill Schmidt. Like, you are really getting it done.
No, Bill's got the best job of any of us.
I know. And that kid, the thing about Bill Schmidt, we should see how many people in Milwaukee's media we can name drop and tell stories about on this podcast. The thing about Bill was, when Bill was in high school, he would ride his bike to George Webb to watch Doug Russell and I do the morning show back in 2007, 2008. And he said he was going to be on our radio station. And then he goes off to college and plays football and comes back and boom, uses our station to springboard into other stuff.
Hey, he's on the Packers radio network, man. And maybe that would have been good for like a you or me this year because, when you're on the flagship, you got to be buttoned up. You got to be, well, Rodgers said this, but he meant this, or they played bad, but this is a positive.
Yeah. There's a reason that Wes Hodkowitz is on the Packers radio network.
Yeah, and then you've had me, who has made this entire year my vendetta against Aaron Rodgers, not as the player, but as the person, and just going completely out of my way to say things like every characteristic in a person that I would not like, he has all of them. There's no redeeming qualities about the way he is or acts. And, I would say that I dislike Rodgers so much I'm rooting against the Packers. I said I was rooting for McCarthy. I said I was rooting for the Dolphins.
Do you mean all that, or is that your Skip Bayless shtick? Do you mean all of that?
No. Wait. Yes.
Answer the question, Skip.
Everything I say, I mean. Everything I say, I mean.
You're not rooting against the Packers.
No, I'm just telling you where I was from a fan standpoint, it just wasn't. This year it's not been good. It's not been fun.
No, I will agree with you on that. I
dislike Rodgers so much that I don't want to root for him. And then they start to they're 4-8, and this is what pissed me off. So I'm mad at Rodgers, but then they're 4-8, and all these people are like, "Well, they have a shot." No, they don't. They have no shot. None.
Fast
Zero.
forward.
And they're like, well, we need this to happen. You need this to happen. How about you beat the teams you need to lose 3 times in the next 5 weeks? So that's where I was. And then, oh, you're not a real fan. Maybe I'm not.
No, you are. Oh, you're an owner.
But I don't snort hopium every day, you know?
Ooh, where'd that one come from?
I stole it from someone.
Okay.
I keep using it. My dad's like, you should make hopium shirts. I'm like, Dad, I stole that.
Yes, hopium.
But I was so as a fan, I just wasn't engaged. I wasn't feeling it. And I'll tell you that when I saw Tom Brady get into the playoffs, I thought, well, screw this. I mean, if he's going to get in, we got to get in. And then when the defense made that goal line stand, I was like, oh, yes. Because it's, I'm not ever. I can do I want Dolphins to win, but not Minnesota. And then Nixon has the kick return, and that was shades in 1996 for me. So I am back in, and people can tell me, Bart, you cannot get back on the bandwagon. And I said, you notice that bandwagon's been in neutral this whole time? Because I got the keys. So move over, and I'm driving this thing. All right? Not only am I on the bandwagon, I am driving it. Tell me I can't come back on the bandwagon.
Everybody's allowed on the bandwagon, and not to be like high and mighty sports talk guy and like philosophical. But if there is ever a season to teach you that the NFL year is a grind, just like baseball, and everything can change, like you can play, 250 ball in April and May, and all of a sudden play 600 baseball the rest of the way and go on to the World Series. You can be the Packers, who have gone through 3 different acts. 3-1, maybe it was a bit of fool's gold, and then they lose to the Jets, Giants, and then 1-4 in the next 5. They beat your boy McCarthy. And then after that, they get hot and everything falls their way. Like, you just never, ever stop fighting in a football game. Like, ask Tulane. I thought Tulane was going to get absolutely blown out. By the way,
I wanted to ask you about that. I want to ask you about that.
Go ahead.
Why do we do that?
I don't know.
There's no, because I said the Packers are dead, and I said I have a Brett Favre toy. I said they're not making the playoffs, or I will eat this toy. Why even put myself out there?
I don't know.
Because you go, Tulane, they're a JV team. They'll never stay with Oklahoma. It was like the first 5 minutes.
Right?
Why do we do that?
It was like 14-0. It's USC. You know how much Tulane football I'd ever actually watched this year?
Oh, you're the Green Wave.
0. None. Somewhere you can't see because of the
what about my guy Spears, the running back?
The green screen behind me, you can't see him in my closet. I don't know. I know that's not your background, and that's not your house in the background, I don't think.
Can we be naked? You want to go naked the rest of the way?
Let's see if I can even do that. For those that are not just listening to the podcast but watching.
Here's me.
Let's see. Can I kill the background? Or there we nope.
I'm crazy.
How's that?
Go back to wherever you were. No, you have frozen. This froze you.
I should be better now. Yeah, I should be better now.
Frozen.
Better?
Like DeMar DeRozan.
Better?
Okay, now you're better.
Okay, better.
You were frozen. Yeah, you were frozen DeRozan first. Yeah, you're good.
I do the show from.
Let's not touch the equipment.
Hands on your head. It's like when you go to the strip club. You have to put your hands on your head, on your legs, or whatever. I am doing my show from a closet, and somewhere in this closet is a Sean King jersey. That's my connection to Tulane, and that's why I should never, ever bag on Tulane. And you're right. Why do we do that? It looked like varsity and junior varsity playing in that game. Caleb Williams. It's Tulane. It's Tulane. They don't belong in the same field as USC. And I've never seen more people who I've never met on Twitter. Never. Like, you Packers fans, if you say something dumb or something negative about the Packers, some Packers fan in Idaho or Packers fan in Arizona will come after you. But I'm like, where did the Tulane fans actually come from to call in or to tweet in and start hammering
the biggest game of their life?
I know.
This is the biggest game of their life, and they got some has-been in Iowa crapping on them. if I'm a Tulane fan,
Some
if I'm a Tulane fan, I'm looking at Twitter and I'm like, I want to see people talk good about what's going on. This is the best game of my life. And here's Mike Wickett, media.
some guy
Talking
in
about-
Des Moines, Iowa, who works for Laser 103.3, calling my squad JV. When we won 11 games or 12 games, we're 16th in the nation, and he's just all about fight on. And it's I got hammered for that.
Yeah.
And you know what I didn't do? You can't delete it. You can't go back and say, my bad. No, you live with it. That's all you can do.
No, I delete a lot of tweets.
Do you really?
I deleted some of the soccer tweets I put out at you. Yeah.
Because you were mean.
Well, yeah, and I was wearing this soccer gear, so I was like, I don't want to attach it to them because you were just being a real jerk.
Do you want to talk about soccer?
I just want to say that everything that people don't like about soccer, there's a version of that in a different sport. You're just more accepting of it because it's more natural to you.
I tried.
I got in a fight with somebody that was saying that.
We have a heck of a delay here. You and I have a delay.
You're getting a little choppy.
All right, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, you're getting a little choppy. Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna do this.